afternoon. We got a little glimpse of Miss Bailey here. We're going to tell you who she is in just a second. Thanks for tuning in for our Facebook Live podcast. I'm Kym Anderson. And of course, like we are every Thursday here, we are targeting the violence. We're trying to find ways to better the youth here in our community. Because we know that a lot of times youth violence is not just a problem in our community, but all across the nation. And it is Mardi Gras, so we're going to incorporate a little bit of Mardi Gras in that today. So I'm really excited about the organization we're going to talk about. But first, let me introduce my guest. We've got Ros Moore, we've got Bailey Coleman, and if you see Bailey wearing a crown, that's because she is the queen for the Carnival Royale Mardi Gras Association, which is a fairly new youth Mardi Gras organization. And that's what we're going to talk about and how it's helping the youth and how it's a little bit different. Ros, we're going to start with you. Carnival Royale started about 2 years ago, and it started with a purpose. Let's talk about what that purpose is.
The purpose for Carnival Royale is to help children that don't necessarily grow up in a Mardi Gras family, may not have the ties to the community to be a part of a court. This was open to them. It's a very diverse group, and they offer some really great encouragement for kids to come in and be a part of something wonderful.
And that's what caught my attention the first time about Carnival Royale is because when you look at, when you talk about some of the queens and the kings and the courts, a lot of them are very familiar with Mardi Gras, very familiar with the background because they had family members who were on these courts, but then we have a whole group, hundreds of kids who are here from Mobile, but they really don't know the meaning behind Mardi Gras and get to be a part of the court. Right. How do you reach those kids?
Well, Ms. Catherine Roberson, who is the founder, and President Roxana Roberson, they've gathered a bunch of great ladies that give them the opportunity to just come in, express themselves. They get a chance to dress up and be a part of something absolutely wonderful. And also, it's a little bit different from the regular Mardi Gras court. These royals get to wear their regalia, their crowns at the beginning of the season. So they have a lot of time to reign and be royal. And it gives them a good sense of what goes on socially, something really good and positive that's safe for the kids to be in.
Because the court also does a lot of volunteer work.
Absolutely. They do a lot of volunteer work. The children are expected to do it. It's something that they expect, and it's something that gives them something to look forward to.
Now, your son, because you have an experience as a parent from a child on the court, tell us about your son's experience because he's on the court this year.
He's the Duke. His name is Miles, and he is a very introverted child. And through this court, he has blossomed through things like getting his permit and just being around other kids because he was introverted to the point where he never wanted to participate in anything. So this was a great outlet, great first outlet into society and just being a part of something great.
And it lets them see that there's other kids just like them.
Yes, just like him, and they are all very accepting of him, and they're accepting of each other. They are a great group of kids, and any kid and parent that want to, make that something that's a part of their life, I think it's a great step.
That's awesome. Bailey, let's turn to you as queen. First of all, did you ever think you were going to be a Mardi Gras queen?
I did. I've always wanted to be queen, so now that I am, it's like a dream come true.
Oh, that is awesome. Now, tell me about your experience with this court and in your reign as Mardi Gras queen.
Well, the court is really great to me. I chose Carnival Royale because of the diversity. I feel like it was the best court for me, the best fit for me. Like we're all just one big family. As far as my reign, it's been really nice. I would say my favorite part is being a role model. I strive to be that for kids, talking to them, kids that want to grow up and be queen, the little boys that want to grow up and be king. Like it's exhilarating to me to be able to have like an influence on them, like knowing they want to grow up the right way and stay in school, have good grades, be in a court like this. Like it's like truly a blessing to me.
Now, does the court hold you accountable for, how you are when you're out away from the group, just in school, out in the public?
Absolutely. I can't, like, not even just like the court will tell me, even my mom will tell me, like, if my grades aren't good, I can't be on the court. I can't go to all the events and things like that. And not even just with school, like social media, everything, like you're always being watched. Like everything counts, just not just when you're in front of the court, everything counts.
But then it kind of helps because then you always wanted to make sure that you put something positive on there because like you said, I mean, you've become a role model now.
Yes, ma'am. I stay positive everywhere I am, but it's a good thing though to me.
What are some of the things that you've learned from being on the court that you didn't know before?
Well, before I just thought it was all like glitz and glam. Like I just thought it was just royalty, but I learned that it's more than that. It's like a lifestyle, you could say. I just learned to be more patient, especially like dealing with the kids on the court. I've learned poise, just kindness. It's a lot of positive things that I've learned from being queen. The president, Miss Roxana Roberson, the founder, Miss Catherine Roberson, all the board members, they've taught me like posture, public speaking. Like it's just, I've learned a lot of great things from being on this court.
And that's perfect because that's going to help you in life because I know all y'all's kids are like this all the time. So I see it as a generation of hunchbacks. You don't even see people's faces. What about the people that you've met on the court? Because I know when you mentioned you're watching social media, and that's a huge driving force that we're finding now that even social media giant CEOs have gone before Congress to answer to some of the things that these they're putting in the kids' heads because a lot of kids, have committed suicide over social media. They get into fights over stuff on social media. But y'all as a group, you have to work together. So how has that worked?
It's worked out pretty nice. Most of the people on the court, we do follow each other on social media, so it's like we stay connected. Like outside of it, we're like, we all encourage one another. We all want each other to be better. When we talk about college, like all the time, it's like made us encourage each other, like strive to be better people together.
So like Ms. Rosalind said, is that it's changed you kids, kind of help with conflict resolution and just encouraging, which is a good thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we want to say that what's different about this organization as well is what the rewards that the kids get at the end, not just even being life-changing as far as, poise and conflict resolution and being more thoughtful of what they're looking at or what they post on social media.
I think it's a wonderful thing. I know that the seniors are rewarded and sent to college with great gift baskets, TVs, things that are going to help them go on to the next chapter in life. And that's something that gives them something to look forward to. My son's a junior this year, so he's definitely looking forward to being on the court next year, not just for the camaraderie and the positive attributes, but just to be a part of something great.
And they walk away with something great. And it takes money, I'm going to say that, to be able to reward these kids like this. And so I know that the organization has a big Mardi Gras ball, just like the rest of them do, but this also, the proceeds from this goes, a lot of it to help these children.
Absolutely.
And there's a big ball coming up next weekend,
Yes.
I believe, and I think we have that on full screen. I can't see the monitor, so I'm assuming that it's up already, Gray, but it's the Purple Rain Ball, and it's always I was able to go last year, finding out about the organization because that's the ball that my husband and I were Mr. and Mrs. Mardi Gras at, and we their inaugural one, so that was really exciting there, and I really like the message of what this organization has. But again, you see the full screen up there. That is next Saturday. And I believe you still have tickets available, right?
Absolutely.
You still have tickets available. And again, if you have nothing to do and you want to go to this ball, then of course we encourage you because all the money goes back to help these kids. And this is what we're trying to do is even collectively as a community, and I say this all the time, it's going to take a collective effort. There it goes right there. It's at the Abba Shrine. to really make a dent and to try to change these kids and let them know that there are some positive things out there. So for these kids to think, man, I'm never going to be able to get on a Mardi Gras ball, that they know that they do have, a Mardi Gras court, they do have an organization that is looking to get these kids and get them involved and help make a big difference in their lives, which is so exciting. And from what I'm hearing from both of you, they've made a difference in your life, they've made a difference in your son's life.
Absolutely.
You can do this all over again?
I am. Well, since I'm a senior now, I can't come back to the junior court, but I do plan on coming back to be on the adult monarch court. It's just something that I'm going to be looking forward to.
What are your plans after your reign is over? Where are you going to go from here?
Well, from here, I'm going to a 4-year university. I plan on majoring in biochemistry. After that, I'm going to Meharry Medical School. And after medical school, I plan on completing my residency, maybe in Texas or Georgia. I'm not really sure which state I want to live in yet. And after my residency, I plan on becoming a cardiothoracic surgeon. That's
awesome.
Like my dream career. It's only 6 black female cardiothoracic surgeons in the country. So, like, I want to make history.
That's awesome. You've done your research.
Yes, ma'am.
And I had to give a shout out to Meharry because my son got accepted to Meharry, so I'm very happy about that. I do. That's good. You know what HBC you want to go to, or what college? Or your college?
I haven't really decided yet. I'm torn between Rice University, maybe Duke, and Northwestern.
All right. You got some good colleges you have picked out.
That's what I'm down to right now.
So you're going to go away from home.
Oh, yes.
So I do have one thing I'd like to add. There was a location change for the ball.
Okay.
It's going to be at the Golden Flame.
At the Golden Flame.
At the Golden Flames, yes.
Okay, and where that's in?
That's located on 3 Notch.
On 3 Notch in Theodore.
That's correct.
Okay, so we have, and we'll make sure that we change that on Facebook as well, but that ball is next Saturday night. It's at the Golden Flames. I believe doors close at 8 o'clock for the call-outs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So, again, tickets for that, the proceeds go toward helping a lot of these kids that are on the court. And, I mean, I know all Mardi Gras organizations, they're trying to do something, to help these children. Absolutely. Hopefully we can see a lot of changes in our community, so we just really appreciate y'all coming out and y'all taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Again, we'll have all this information for you. It's saved on Facebook. Make sure that you keep the season going, and let's always continue to find ways to help our children. Thanks so much for tuning in.